Hello again, students. I already explained this activity during the first part of the video. So for the second part, I will be explaining more on how you're going to accomplish all of the other activities in this module. So after you accomplish the first set of activity that we have for activity 1, there are processing questions here to help you realize how relevant or how significant that activity was. The first question here is, what did you feel when you were recalling the experiences that gave you important lessons? If you could still recall, there are different shapes there: heart, square, circle, and we have the triangle. So for each shape, so inside each of the shape, you have to write in your experiences with which you learn important lessons. So while you were writing those experiences inside each shape, how did you feel about it? How did you feel doing that activity? For the second question, did you find it difficult, easy to identify the lessons learned from the experiences in the family, school, and community? For number 2, you just have to write in the difficulties you encountered in completing activity 1. And the third is here, how can you use those learnings to achieve academic success? So after recalling all of your important experiences at home, in school, in your community, here in your community, and also experiences during the community quarantine, how do you think those experiences would be of help for you to achieve academic success? This is this part of the activity. These 3 processing questions are still part of your activity 1, and this will help you to reflect on how you did with the first activity. Activity 2, this is about a success story. So whenever we see someone enjoying great success, we tend to think that they are lucky or destined for it. But the truth is, in order for a person to achieve success in life, that person has to experience a lot of challenges and successfully overcome all of those. Every success story entails a wonderful journey towards fulfilling one's goals and inspiring others. Maybe there could also be instances that a success story would entail a painful journey, but all of those should be part of a person's success. Remember, failure is not different from success. Failure is a part of success. Okay, here, activity 2, success story. Number 1, task number 1, you have to research for an inspiring academic success story. It can be a person you personally know, maybe other student leaders that you encountered or that you met in Rafael Elisati Memorial High School. Number 2, here it's connected, of course, to what you did in number 1. On a clean sheet of paper, please write a summary of that person's life and journey towards success. You have to be guided with the following guidelines. Here you need to write general information about the person. That can include his or her name and family background. Start with telling his or her beginnings or humble beginnings and academic life challenges encountered. The last part would be you need to tell a story on how a person succeeded and continued to inspire others through his or her achievements. You have to answer the processing questions after accomplishing all of the activities here. Now let's go to this processing questions part is still again part of activity 2, and the questions here will help you reflect on how you did with the second activity. Please make sure to answer each question here using 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, it should not be that long. You should not be answering each question using a paragraph, but what you need to do is just briefly explain your answer for each question. And then we'll have the 3 R's of overcoming life's challenges through gained knowledge. Now, after accepting or embracing that positive and negative experiences still form part of your success, you need now to keep yourselves armed. How are you going to prepare yourselves for life's challenges? You can do that if you have gained enough knowledge from your lessons and if you gained enough knowledge from your experiences. How are you going to know on how to gain more knowledge in our or from our experiences? Remember these 3 R's. So we have reflect, respond, and review. What do we do when we reflect on any activity or any life challenges that we encounter? When we reflect, we give our minds an opportunity to pause and sort through what does it mean to respond. So to effectively respond with challenges, you need to plan your actions carefully. So I mentioned that responding means taking action on a situation while taking into consideration not only what is good for you, but for others as well. It's not just taking something into action, but before you do an action, please make sure that what you are considering are also other people's welfare. It should not only be based on what is good for you. You have to weigh the possible effects of your decisions and reflect on your core values. Enjoy the process of responding and develop a growth mindset to help you succeed and overcome challenges. As we go along with planning our actions in the course of giving a response or responding, we continuously learn, unlearn, and relearn, which will empower you to apply your gained knowledge from one experience to another. After the process of reflecting on your actions or reflecting on your decisions, after the process or course of responding to various situations and planning for your actions, then you need to review. It's a process or an action of evaluating everything that you had done, evaluating your decisions, evaluating the way you planned your responses, and also it's evaluating how you were able to weigh the possible effects of your decisions and actions. Reviewing helps a person to remember the important information and key details of what you had learned. Learning is built on prior knowledge. That's why in school, review is a very important part of the teaching and learning process. When done well, this will give you the opportunity to take what you have learned, make it your own, and apply it more so in your daily lives. You can simply review and apply knowledge and lessons that you have learned to any academic or personal challenges. Now I think we're ready for the third activity. Activity 3 is our kwentuhan session. You have to ask help from the people around you, your parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, or other relatives, maybe your neighbors or your best friends who just live nearby. Schedule a kwentuhan session with them and take turns in sharing your experiences and insights in overcoming challenges in the family, school, and community. Here, number 3, you may also be including your personal experiences. So include your thoughts, feelings, activities during the COVID-19 pandemic, and you may also include the experiences, challenges, and how the people around you responded to the challenges through their gained knowledge. This is activity 4, reflect, respond, and review. So the steps here will guide you to complete the table that you will see on page 8 of your module. You have to draw a table on your paper that would contain here reflect, respond, and review. You have to list the lessons learned from your past experiences and the actions taken to overcome the challenges. And for the review part, you need to list the outcome or outcomes of the actions and new learnings that you gain. So as you reflect on the lessons that you have learned from your experiences, this is the last activity. List 5 ways that you can do to make the best out of your acquired knowledge. So this is like the summary, the 5 things or 5 ways that you will be listing for the last activity. This is part of activity 4. Will form the summary of all the activities or all the activities that you did. Remember, you should not be listing 4, 3, 2, or 1. You should be identifying at least 5 or maybe more than 5 ways that you can do to make the best out of your acquired knowledge towards, of course, achieving academic success and overcoming life's challenges. So I hope with the simple explanation I provided you in accomplishing the activity, I hope you will be submitting a complete list of activities. You will really put your heart into reading your homeroom guidance module. And of course, you will put your heart and mind and soul in answering all of the activities truthfully and successfully. So good luck in doing your activities. Be inspired to learn every day. Together, we can help each other to thrive in the classroom.